It was a dream of mine to travel to Albuquerque for the annual Hot Air Balloon Festival. It's where Dad proposed to Mom many moons ago. Mom was finally ready to take us there, just us girls. She wanted to relive the adventure. We decided to rent an RV from the trip from LA to New Mexico. My mom and I took turns driving, and it wasn't too shabby. An AC, kitchen, comfortable beds, and a bathroom. It was the perfect road trip. As we approached Albuquerque, it was already almost midnight. I knew we had to be getting closer to the campgrounds. I used Google Maps and followed the directions, but the GPS was lagging, and we ended up lost. We should have timed it better. Venturing out after sundown wasn't a smart idea. After circling around a few times, we managed to come across a beat-up shack with its lights on and music playing. Are you an idiot? Since when is stepping out of your vehicle in the middle of nowhere a good idea? I know we're getting close to the RV park. I just need to know which road will take us there. Mom, will you come with me? You are an idiot. Stop it, you two. We're here to enjoy each other's company. You can stay here if you want, Anna. We're only asking for directions. Fine, but bring the pepper spray and gun with you. My mom followed me while Anna sat in the driver's seat and kept watch, pistol in hand. I took a deep breath and knocked on the door. Maybe they're asleep. After what felt like an eternity, we heard footsteps slowly approaching the door. Who is it? You shouldn't be out here this late. I'm sorry, ma'am. We're a little lost and need to know how to get to the nearest RV park. Well, I'm not opening my door. It's not safe at these hours. What do you mean? You're not from around here, so listen closely. Drive left for about 2 miles until you reach an intersection. Then make a left for another mile. Then a right, and then an immediate left. You'll see the signs. You got that? Yeah, typed it out on my notes app. Thank you, kind stranger. And one more thing. If you hear any screams, if you see any animals, keep on driving. Don't stop. Don't look at it. Okay. A witch-like creature roams these parts. One that can shapeshift into any animal. Don't acknowledge it when you see it. Have a good night. And make sure you don't turn right at the intersection. We got back in the RV and Mom read out the directions while I drove in the dark. This is really dangerous. It's pitch black. We have the moon and the stars. It'll be alright. Donna is an excellent driver and is really careful. My palms were sweating, thinking about what that woman told us. I made sure to keep my eyes focused ahead and drove slowly. Which way now? Right turn after this intersection. You know, if we die out here, no one is going to die. Stop being so negative. You're only making things worse. Excuse me? This is all your fault. You're the one who took a long time taking pictures of the Grand Canyon. Guess what? No one on Instagram gives a shit about where you've been. You little fart face. Ooh, fart face, so badass. Stop! What was that? Shh! I stopped the car and looked ahead, trying to figure out if I hit something. Can one of you look out the back window to see if I hit something? Fine. Anna walked to the back of the RV and looked out the window. Drive! Now! Go, go, go! I stepped on the pedal and sped away. Anna ran to Mom and started hyperventilating. She looked like she just saw a ghost and told me to keep driving. Luckily, after more circling around and a minor hiccup, we finally reached the RV park. I was happy to see other people finishing up their barbecues and cleaning up. I was tired and looking forward to bed. Just a few more hours until sunrise and the Hot Air Balloon Festival. Dad would have loved to be here. A tinge of sadness washed over me as I remembered his passing, yet I dared not mention it to either of them in fear of upsetting them. We were doing this in his memory and felt he would appreciate us remembering him this way. I got ready for bed and was going to take out the garbage. "Don't go out there. What's up with you?" Anna looked really pale. She explained what she saw earlier. "It was the scariest thing I've ever seen." As soon as I looked out the window, I saw this man crouched down on the road. And in the blink of an eye, the man was gone, and in his place was this beast on all fours chasing us. But it was as if it were half man, half beast, with wolf skin and a wolf head with glowing eyes and sharp claws. "Is that why you screamed?" "What? I didn't scream." I could have sworn I heard her scream in the RV. We tried to comfort her, and Mom made her some hot chocolate. I debated whether or not I should step outside, but decided to just do it, since I had been putting it off for far too long. My main obligations during the trip were driving and garbage. I stepped outside and looked for the dumpster. I ran as fast as I could there and back. But when I was approaching the RV, I noticed scratches on the back of the vehicle and what looked like blood. I suddenly felt like I was being watched, but shrugged it off. As I was entering the RV, I saw something. From my peripheral vision, in the darkness, I saw an animal unlike anything I'd ever seen before. I quickly shut the door. "What's wrong with you now?" "I saw it. We need to leave." "I agree." "What? But you haven't experienced the hot air balloons yet." "But it's okay. If you don't feel safe, then it's best we leave." Anna and I looked at each other and felt guilty. Mom has been really depressed since Dad's passing. This trip was mainly for her. We decided that we'd leave right after the festival and headed to bed. We woke up before sunrise. That way we would be the first guests at the festival and find a place to park the RV. It was Mom's turn to drive, and I slept in a little more. That was until I immediately got out of bed. Mom was driving as fast as she could and screaming. Anna and I ran to the passenger seat. The creature. I looked away as soon as I saw it and yelled for them to do the same. But I'll never forget what I saw. In that split second, I got a good look at it. It looked really odd. It was as if a man had taken a wolf, skinned it, and wore its fur and head as clothing. And he had really, really long limbs, running on its hind legs at the same speed as the RV. My heart was beating out of my chest, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack when I heard it scratching on the side of the RV. Mom sped up and started praying as loud as she could. Anna was crying hysterically. I kept reminding her to breathe and to keep her eyes on me. I looked at it for a second and saw its bones crack and reform as it started running on all fours. Its body was all covered in fur now, and in about 3 seconds was now what appeared to be a wolf. And it miraculously ran off into the woods out of view. A few seconds later, we heard the police sirens and were pulled over for speeding. I never thought I'd be so relieved to be in trouble with the law. We explained what we saw, and the policeman had a serious look on his face. He decided to not give us a ticket and let us go with just a warning. To get out of the area as soon as possible and to not look back. I'm sorry, guys, but we're not going to the festival. Mom kept driving until we were out of Albuquerque, and she didn't stop. We should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. Maybe this could have all been avoided.